Hey guys, it's Cece, and today is Wednesday, which makes today a very special day. It makes today Top 5 Wednesday. And also, this week marks the week that Mockingjay Part 2 comes out in theaters. That's right, Mockingjay is happening. We're going to finish off the Hunger Games universe as far as the movies go, and I am so excited to go and see the movie. Hopefully soon. A bunch of us here want to go see it, so I don't know when it's going to happen, but hopefully soon. Quickly, before I get into this week's theme, Top 5 Wednesday was created by Lainey over at Ginger Reads Lainey. I will leave the link to her channel as well as the Goodreads group below so you can go and check them out. But also importantly, if you have read the description of this video, you know what I'm going to be talking about today. I'm going to be talking about my top 5 Hunger Games moments. These can be from the books or from the movies. For mine, it's either from the books or they're from both. There wasn't really anything in the movies that I think stands out above stuff that happens in the books, but I'm so excited to talk about this because while I have not read The Hunger Games since Mockingjay came out, that was the last time I read the series, I really love this series and I really have enjoyed the movies and I've enjoyed being able to relive the series by watching the movies, so I'm really excited now to talk to you about my favorite parts about the book. Quick note, spoilers. That's my note. The first thing I'm going to talk about is a spoiler for Mockingjay Part 2, the movie. If you're only watching the movies, I'm going to spoil some stuff. If you want to read the books and you haven't read Mockingjay yet, I'm going to spoil some stuff, okay? So if you don't want to be spoiled for the Hunger Games, don't watch any further, because how would I talk about what my favorite moments were if I was just like, and then the thing happened with the thing, you know, in the third book, you know, yeah. So yeah, I'm going to talk about some spoilers. So there's your warning. Here we go. Let's do this. Favorite Hunger Games moments. Coming in at number 5. My 5th favorite Hunger Games moment comes, like I said, from Mockingjay and will be, I've seen it in the trailers, will be in Mockingjay Part 2, and that is Finnick and Annie's wedding. Finnick is such a sweet character in the books, and my heart I just feel for Finnick so very much, and this is just a scene where people are happy, and I'm so happy that people get to be happy for like half a second in this series, because this is a really depressing series of books, and I love Finnick and Annie's wedding. Coming in at number 4. For this one, my favorite is both from the book and the movie. I think that they are both amazing in their own ways, and that is the Mockingjay transformation in Catching Fire. That scene, I remember reading it in the books and just like my jaw dropping. I was like, oh my god, no, really? And the slow transformation, and when she says at the end, Cinna has turned me into a Mockingjay, I believe that's the line. But that scene is just so beautifully described, and it's just hits you. It hits you when it happens, and I think that they managed to do the same thing in the movies. Even though I knew it was coming, that moment when she spins and her dress starts to burn and it all changes, I was still caught up with that same emotion because it's such an amazing scene. Coming in at number 3. My number 3 thing that I want to talk about is also from Catching Fire, and that is when Katniss hangs Seneca Crane. This for me was a huge point in the book because it was a point when I really just, I really liked Katniss, but this was a moment when I was like, yes, I'm ready for you to do something, and I feel that spirit within you, Katniss, because the scene was just like, it was so intense. I mean, of course, you've got the sarcastic bow from the first book when the game makers weren't paying attention, but this moment where she's just kind of like, no, I'm done, and I'm going to highlight exactly what I think is wrong. I love it. Coming in at number 2. Actually, I forgot this was on here. This is a favorite moment from a movie that I liked slightly more than when it was done in the book, so oops, sorry intro me, I lied. But that moment is in Mockingjay Part 1 when Katniss sings the Hanging Tree song. Of course it's a huge moment in the book, and I think in the books you get a lot more instances of knowing that Katniss does sing. It's mentioned a few more times, and in the movies I think that it hasn't been quite as alluded to because I know Jennifer Lawrence really didn't want to have to sing, but she did. And can we just appreciate how beautiful that scene is? Because She did such an excellent job singing it, first of all, but also all of the stuff that happens while she's singing and the montage and the way it slowly builds up and everyone joins in. It just gave me chills when I saw it in theaters, and sometimes when I listen to the song on my own, it still gives me chills because I think it's just beautifully done and it's such a well-executed, beautiful scene. And finally, coming in at number 1. This should not be surprising, my number 1 thing. It shouldn't be, I don't think. It is my favorite moment from both the books and my favorite moment from any of the movies. I don't think that Mockingjay Part 2 will top the scene ever. And that, of course, is the pivotal scene in the first book when Katniss volunteers for Prim. It was when I completely fell in love with the books. It was when I realized that this was not just going to be a dystopian series, this was not just going to be another love triangle, this was going to be a book about sisters. And an important thing to note about my emotional state while reading these books is that Katniss and Prim are about the same difference in age apart as me and my little sister. So that just added a whole other element, but every time I read the scene in the book and every time I watch the scene in the movie, I cry. I just think it's the most beautiful, explosive piece of emotion, and that love that she has for her sister is so strong, and I love the way that Jennifer Lawrence does it in the movies. I think that she just does an incredible job of making me cry, basically. But the book is also, when she describes that kind of break where she cannot see her little sister go to the games, is just so beautiful. So now that you know that me and my sister are the same age distance apart, just picture me reading Mockingjay. If you think I was not a complete disaster after Mockingjay. I mean, I know everyone was, but that was horrible. That is it! Those are my favorite Hunger Games moments. I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that you go out this week and you go and see Mockingjay Part 2. If not this week, next week, when it comes out on DVD, when you can get it. You know what I mean. Everyone's really excited, I think. I think that the trailer gave a little bit too much away, but I'm still really excited to go and see the movie and to sob probably for 2 solid hours. That's what I'm predicting. So I'm excited for that too. So of course, thank you for watching this week's Top 5 Wednesday, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!